don't you marry me?
It's in the works.
Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. So it looks like Big Sean has decided to defend himself because he was being accused of moving on very fast after breaking up with Jhene Aaiko, and he responded to some people by saying that he has never met the girl in his life, and he specifically said this girl was standing next to Hit Boy, who is cut out of the video. I don't know why she was so close to me though. I didn't see it at all till I saw this video and can understand the frustrations. Shaking my head, but I don't even know this person at all. So from that statement, it sounded like this girl just happened to come stand right behind him, very close, and it made it seem as though they were together. But you will see later on from some clips that I have that that was actually not what happened at all. I do believe that they don't know each other because the girl whose statement I will also include said the same thing. But anyway, so from the clips that we have found, the girl was already in the room before Big Sean ever came into the room, and when Big Sean came into the room, he came in and stood right in front of the girl. The girl's name is JHENE. She is an artist, and she did not come stand right behind Big Sean like he made it seem. She stood where she stood before he came in, and then after he came in, she just stood there, and he stood in front of her and was shaking everyone's hands. It does not seem like he knew her though, and she did not attempt to interact with him, not from the clips that I saw. It's just two people minding their business, doing their thing, and it just seemed a certain way, and it was portrayed in a different light, and everybody ran with it. But the girl's name is JHENE, and she also said, "This is so messed up. I don't know him. I was just standing next to him at that event. I didn't say a word to him." Yeah, I don't like how Big Sean made it seem as though this girl was just some fan that ran to stand 2 inches away from him. That was not the case at all. She was standing there. He came and stood in front of her, and she just did not move. Which I thought was funny. But anyway, this is the girl. This is JHENE, who everyone said that Big Sean moved on to. A very pretty girl, but you know, I saw a lot of comments disrespecting her, and it's like, wow, you guys do not have to do that. I don't know what it is with people. Like, you can support one person without hurling insults at another person, but yeah, there was a lot of insults, and a lot of it seemed, I don't want to say race related, but it kind of seemed that way. Yeah, so yeah, they do not seem to know each other. So anyway, moving on to Jhene. Here's the thing with Jhene, which a lot of people are not going to want to hear. Jhene appeared to have been a serious pick-me with Big Sean. Okay, she did everything in her power that pick-me's tend to do. She was disrespectful towards the ex. Gee, I wonder where we've seen that recently. So yeah, she was very disrespectful towards Ariana Grande when she was with Big Sean, even though Big Sean was the one who left his relationship with Ariana to pursue Jhene. And the reason why I think it was Big Sean that initiated it is because of this clip right here where they were playing this couples game, and they said this.
Who was interested first?
So as you can see from that clip, he did not try to deny it, that he was the one who made the first move. He didn't try to deny it. So that made me think that he was the one that pursued her while he was still with Ariana. And after he started to date her, even though she was not the one that made the first move, it seemed like she was being quite antagonistic towards Ariana. If that isn't a pick-me behavior, I don't know what is. If you guys remember, when Ariana Grande released her album Eternal Sunshine, what did Jhene Aiko do? She released her music Eternal Sunshine the same day. Not released it, but she posted about it the same day. There is no reason for people to constantly antagonize the ex unless they're intimidated by them or they believe that the man that they're dating is still interested in the ex. And it did look like Big Sean and Ariana were still on friendly terms. They were spotted in the car chatting right after they broke up, or not right after, but like not long after they broke up. And when Big Sean was now with Jhene Aiko, he was seen in the car with Ariana, and it looks like things like that would make Jhene insecure. So she was throwing jabs. She was doing little things that other people will not pick up, but the person that it is directed to will understand. And that's what I think this track Eternal Sunshine, with her mentioning it on the day that Ariana dropped her Eternal Sunshine album, that's what I think she was doing there. It's like when you're jabbing at someone, or like when someone's poking at you in a very subtle way where they think other people will not notice, but you will know exactly what they're doing. Because how was she even paying attention to what Ariana Grande was doing? So yeah, that's PickMe behavior. I don't know why Jhene Aiko thought that Big Sean was going to be super loyal to her and marry her and have this honest relationship with her when he did what he did to Ariana Grande. The way you get them is the way you lose them. So if he was doing all of that shady stuff before he was completely emotionally done with Ariana, and while Jhene herself was still married, then I'm not sure why she didn't think that she could possibly be a victim to the same thing. But you know, people always think that they're more special than the previous one, and so they do all of these things. They go the extra mile to do all of these extra things to prove themselves worthy, but it never works out. She had a child for him when she wanted a commitment that he was not ready to give, and she gave the ultimate commitment, which is a lifetime bond between him and her through this child. And now that they're not together, which I mean, they may get back together, that's always a possibility, but now that they're not together, they have to continuously deal with each other because they have a child together. So I personally do not like it when girls do all this pick-me behavior that are antagonistic towards their current partner's ex. I don't like that at all, and that's what Jhene showed in her relationship with Big Sean. So one other thing that I want to say about Big Sean, and you guys remember the interview that he did with Charlemagne where he talked about marriage, and he said to him, marriage is a symbol of a good and healthy relationship. He didn't put it exactly that way, but that was what he basically insinuated. And it seemed as though a lot of people did not understand what he was trying to say, because that interview got so much backlash. He got so much backlash for saying that even Charlemagne did not seem to understand Big Sean's perspective. Charlemagne's response was that no relationship is ever going to be perfect, and that if you're going to marry someone, you just have to marry them, even with all of the normal issues that relationships have, because your relationship will never get to the point where it's completely perfect, and then that's when you decide to get married. But I think what Big Sean was trying to say is that you cannot decide to marry someone when you're not in a good place with them, because that would not make sense. And I absolutely agree with Big Sean. How can you be in a relationship with someone where your relationship with that person's child is not where you would like it to be? It's not in a positive place. And you can tell from this clip from Jhene's daughter referring to Big Sean, where in this live, I'm gonna show the clip, but in the live she said Big Sean is not her father, And which, it's true, but it's not so much what she said, it's the way that she said it that makes you think that they do not have a positive relationship. Here is the clip.
My dad is not Big Sean, bro. I don't know why people think that. I do not look like that man. That's not my dad.
I decided not to include a video of the girl actually speaking and just use the audio. So, Big Sean does not seem to have a positive relationship with Jhene's daughter. Big Sean does not seem to have a healthy relationship with Jhene because they were breaking up a lot and getting back together. So if you're not in good standing with someone, and then there's the stress that comes with having a child, that does not improve relationship. Typically, having children complicates relationship. So when you have all of this stuff going on and they're not resolved, it is not a good place to be to decide to marry someone. A lot of people do not understand this. Just because you want to marry someone does not mean you should go ahead and marry them if you're not in a good place, in a positive place with them. There's more to any relationship than just the two people, right? Their families are involved as well. In this case, Jhene's daughter is part of the marriage. If they get married, Jhene's extended family, Big Sean's extended family, all of these people will be involved. So the relationship is a lot more complex than just the two people dating. And especially with Jhene's daughter, she has to think about her if she decides to marry another man and have them live together. She has to think about that. She does not seem to be thinking about that. She just wants to marry Big Sean because she's done all this PickMe stuff and was all about him, very focused on him, and she needs to feel like her efforts were worth it. So she's so focused on marriage without thinking about the health of their current relationship. Getting married does not automatically put you in a healthy relationship. It will not fix the issues in a relationship. If anything, it will compound the issues because now you may be merging finances, you may be living together, spending more time together. The families will be more involved. There'll be more assets involved. They both work a lot. So, and then they have children. Jhene has a child from a previous marriage, which means she probably still deals with her ex from that marriage. So it's like all of these things will not automatically resolve just because you marry a person. So I think the first step, which I think Jhene and a lot of people that were angry at Big Sean for that Charlemagne interview are missing, is that you have to first fix the issues in the relationship before the wedding occurs. And I think that's what Big Sean was trying to communicate, that the marriage has to come after a healthy relationship. You cannot marry someone while you're in an unhealthy place with them. And that made sense to me. But you know what? Jhene really wanted to get married. And so I don't think she was seeing it from that perspective. And then people wonder why the divorce rate is so high, because they don't think about things like this. And we've all heard of all of those people who decide to have a child in the middle of having issues with their spouses. It's like they're having all of these fights, they're not getting along, they break up, get back together, get separated, get back together, and then in the middle of all of that, they decide to have a child. And that never fixes the problem. This is similar to that. It's like, how are you planning to have a wedding with someone who's not in a good place with you in your relationship, and they're not in a good place with your daughter? Not in a good enough place for you to marry them and make them a permanent fixture in your child's life. So yeah, I don't know. The internet, people tend to get really upset when two people are in a relationship and then the man does not propose, and it's like, oh, you're this evil person, how can you do that, you wasted our time. No, the timing needs to be right. People need to stop rushing into marriage, stop rushing to have a child. Timing is important. It needs to be right. And it seems like Jhene was trying to push it. I just get the sense that she was forcing a lot of things to happen because that's just the way she wanted it to happen. And she did all of this pick me stuff and being antagonistic towards Ariana, Big Sean's ex. And she wants to feel that all of the effort that she has put in would pay off. and it doesn't seem like that is happening. And so I'm not surprised that they ended up breaking up. But looking back at that interview, Charlemagne himself did say that he dated his ex for 16 years before they got married or something like that. So yeah, I mean, there's no, who's to say that Big Sean and Jhene will not get back together and he will propose and they'll end up getting married? Who's to say that will not happen? But currently it does not seem to be the case, because I also noticed that he did not quite defend her as much, even though she was not the one being attacked. But there were people saying, wow, she wasted her life, she wasted 10 years, she wasted her time, she wasted her body, why did she have a child, etc. And I don't feel like he defended that enough. He just said that it was frustrating that people are saying negative things about her, and that was all that he said about her. And he spoke mainly about this girl that they said he was dating, that he said he wasn't dating. So yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem like they're quite there yet, but it might happen later on. You never know. They're still very much involved because they have a young child together. So yeah. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Jhene and Big Sean. I do not like Jhene's PickMe behavior. And yeah, that's all I have to say on this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.